I'm Stephen Raymond Asim, a native of Cross River State, born into a family of 4 and being the second child, and also I was a mixed breed, let me just put it that way. Mom is from Lagos, dad is from Cross River. So I'm just my simple self, tend to associate little but do more in the society, and went to school, primary, secondary, the tertiary level, Yaba Tech to be precise, and then studied applied art. Finished 1998, 2000. Then started my, my passion has been a fashion designer. That's few about me. Well, that's every question I attempt to every now and then. It's a child brain thing, and I would say I'm so lucky to be in the state of personality, because in the family where my mom comes from, it's always a female trade, a female culture. They were all seamstress, and they love doing the crafty stuff. And then also my mom sews, our mother sews, aunties and all that. But in the gene of the generation, the family generation and trace, it happens to be that I just had the flair as a child back then, being also a creative-minded person, a very curious person. I started, doing little things with mommy, trying to get to know why she does this, or what she does this, and then even create my own thing myself, and then tend to work with myself and see how I could go. There and there I started with PCs, sewing dollies, doing things for my kid sister who was the last born in the house, and also making clothes for her everyday uses and also events and stuff like that. So I stepped into the shoe of being a dressmaker and doing also needlework and all that crafty stuff, beading, matting, all that. So, incorporated with my person, being a creative-minded person also, I had to dabble into the creative aspect, which drawing and all that. So it inspires me till the moment I even had to use it as part of my means of sending myself to school, also supporting myself in my schools stuffs, and till my tertiary education, which I came out as a fine artist but not a designer, because I never studied fashion on its own. It's a talent, it's a nature, it's natural, it's a gift from God to me, because I happen to be the only male family who pick up that trace in the family in the entire generation till my present state. So that's just how I became. And then forming the brand started at the, this year is making it 2020. I officially launched the brand, because it was officially launched in May 1st, 2000. There at French Cultural Alliance Française, the French Cultural Center in Ikoyi back then, in the days, which there came to limelight. I had to put my first collection online, appear on New Dawn on 10 with Fumi Yoda back then in those days, which Susan Ayo was a fashion columnist who interviewed me just like today also. So there and there I kicked off. Steve Ray was giving birth to, and here I am today. That's a very, very versatile question, whereby the industry doesn't have anything to do with gender equality or equality or whatever they want to put it as. It doesn't. Talent is being given by God, and God does not select gender to give talents to. If you discover yourself that you have the ability to do this, or you have that inner mind to build up yourself in this, because some are made and some are organically born. So coming to say that women are more. Yeah, because the needle thing was basically a woman's cliche thing as an housewife to do. When a woman is married, they get the family get to buy a machine and stuff like that, needle and thread, so in case her husband, because the culture where I come from, that's Cross River State, up till date they still practice it, where a young lady who is going into her husband's house have to be be equipped with all those things, including pots, stoves, mortar and all that, just to let her understand that she is the machinery in the house. The husband is just to go work out there, do something and bring back to the home. Why she utilize it now into something shareable, because she's going to be nursing children, so she's been put into that preparation, and with all those skills given to her is what she can use in supporting her man in the family. So now back to the industry itself. The industry does not discriminate whoever is, but I know it's coming up in the sense that today's world, truth be told, the feminine male gender thing is coming up. Back when I was young, it was a frightening thing, which I don't just want to blow up, but it was a frightening thing. But when you see a child in such conduct, please just don't kill that child gift, because something God had disposed in that child is what may save you in your old age. You may not know, but don't disfigure that child because you've seen the child acting in one way or the other. So the feminine nature or mentality or judgment towards the male gender who are in the fashion industry shouldn't even be occurred at all, for any purposes or any reason's sake. The industry is called for everybody who has that tendency or that passion in them to be a designer or a stylist or a makeup artist or model, whatever. Absolutely, yes, it is. And on the other hand, it may not be just a mindset thing, how you feel inside. And if definitely you see yourself in that nature, why not embrace yourself and then be who you are? What speaks is what you do, and what makes you stronger is how you do it. And what makes you count and belong is people you associate with that makes you what. I think that's the only thing, because it doesn't have anything. To me, yes, it's, let's say maybe 70 to 80% of, I'm just saying, to my own opinion, 70 to 80% of. So even in the world, it is. Well, it's touchy. It's but it's just the Bible says, "Give to Caesar what belongs to Caesar, and to God what belongs to God." In everything in your life counts. That Caesar will always ask for his own share, but God supersedes everything. So to me, I can't judge anyone, and I can't even judge myself either. I can't even tell anyone you should look down on yourself, because that's the worst thing in life. I believe where your life dwells and then where every strength in you for you to be able to be productive begins with your mindset. And when your mindset is being deranged or damaged or being delusional or whatever, then definitely your life is not balanced. So there's no amount of education you acquire or degree that would take that off you, since your mindset is being locked by you. No, not necessary. It doesn't have to be. You just have to. What really leads some people, or people do things, is because of lack of orientation. Exposure, and then being able to get to know more and accept themselves the way they discover themselves, because a whole lot lacks self-discovery. at first instant. A whole lot lacks self-discovery. So with that, it's a conflict now to accept, not to accept. Oh, let me just do so I could get what I want to get. Oh, let me just, associate with them when once I'm out. But you go around, live a hypocritical life and trying to be up there. It doesn't have to be. Anyway, it doesn't have to be. You are who you are. You are what you are. Just be what you are and let people know you for you. Don't go bumbling and, loitering around what it's not meant to be, or try to snitch around what is not meant to be snitched on. So it's just life. Oh, that's a very sensitive question. But anyway, I just want them to sit down and relax also. I'll still keep saying it, and I'll keep preaching on that. Think twice before you close the door. Think twice before you point the finger at the other person, because the four is pointing at you. The question you throw out there with your one finger thrown out, it's asking you in four angles, perspectively, which you should also give an answer to. And look at it. Don't end up shooting yourself by the feet by yourself, because it's a world circular thing. Nobody knows tomorrow. I don't need to judge. They should sit down. Before this time, it has been, but it wasn't visible. But now it's visible. So do you have to kill? What if it comes to be your own child? What if it comes to be your own relative? Because it's not your own main gene. Sorry. Killing is killing, no matter which way you kill. And the Bible is against it. So why not allow God to take it just then? And I believe that's why we are all going through this pandemic thing. It's for reconciliation. It's for, recreation, resetting our minds. Think wise. Look at what life is giving to us. It's not by our doing. For heaven's sake, it's God's doing. So it's marvelous in our sight. Why then should you question God in his deeds or doings? For heaven's sake, Nigerian government, when you shoot someone else's child, your child will also face the tribute somewhere else. It's just as it is.